24학년도 이야기 창선아카데미와 창선중고등학교 가을음악 기획대단시 행사를 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 큰 박수로 시작을 하겠습니다. 우리 교장선생님께서 연열리 교수님 소개 말씀드리겠습니다.
자, 여러분 반갑습니다. 태그로 오늘 모시게 되었습니다. 그럼 우리 오늘 강사님을 제가 양해를 좀 말씀드리겠습니다. 자, 우리 오늘 강사님은 우리나라는 아닙니다. 미국에서 태어나셨는데 한국계 미국인이십니다. 소타 대학에서 교수님을 하다가 최근에까지 삼성전자 글로벌 AI 센터장을 하시고 다시 미국의 코넬 대학으로 입학하셔가지고 지금 코넬 대학에서 교수님을 하고 계십니다.
As you heard, we know this year Nobel Prize in Literature. Who won the Nobel Prize in Literature this year? You should be very proud of, your Korean Literature Prize, Nobel Prize. But this year also, Physics and Chemistry Prize, right? Physics year. So this year we saw 2 Nobel Prizes in kind of AI-related area. So let's get started. So AI has been always inspiring people to think about how the future will be. Is we always try to measure human against machine, right? Try to have a competition. In 2016 here in Korea, right? Yeah, back there. AlphaGo, yeah, that was AlphaGo. Okay, so you got yeah, so AlphaGo, was the start of big interest in AI, especially in Korea. Okay. So I will tell you now a little bit about how do we make AlphaGo, how do we make new computers do this kind of work, okay? How do you think? How do we make a computer think? This is really a big problem, how to make a computer think like your brain. So let me give you, AI 역사 작은 조례, 40 years ago, when we were doing AI, the way we made AI is human being would program a computer with rules, So you explain to the computer, if this happens, then do this. If this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. So you have a list of rules that you just need to follow. But that didn't work very well. That couldn't handle many situations. So in 1990s, we had something called AI winter, right? AI guild, right? What that means is everybody gave up on AI. Then things changed. So this is the history. Then things changed. 20 years ago, they changed the way we think about AI. Instead of using rule, they use math and statistics. So this is called machine learning. And then in 2010, we saw something called deep learning. And this is what AlphaGo started, right? It was how to use even bigger computers, more data to make machine really copy what a human can do. So how do we make a machine that does AI? Inside the machine, we build something called what we call perceptron on a computer that acts like a neuron. Okay, so very simple math function. You can write down in one line in math what a single neuron does, and you try to use that and put this into a computer. Okay, so this is how a neuron is made. And sometimes it doesn't work. We know that one neuron is not enough. Okay, so what we can then do next is this is where deep networks came in. So we need to have more neurons in something called layer and to have many layers. So that's why we call deep. So we need to also make a machine that many neurons. So many kind of neurons. And that's why we have a deep network. But now we have even bigger machines. So now how many people have heard, just raise your hand, generative AI? How many people here use ChatGPT? Generative AI, ChatGPT is now a new form of a model. And it can do question and answer programming. You can program. You can tell it to make a picture for you. It can make movies and pictures from just you talking to it. This is what now generative AI can do. So how does it work? ChatGPT uses something what we call transformer model. All right, transformer is a certain type of neural network, and it stores all the history of words, and then uses that to try to calculate what the next word should be. So this is for transformers. What you need is a lot of memory and a model to do this. Okay, and then you need data, right? So you need to have lots and lots of training data. And we get this from internet. Our machine learning is doing their own search all the time, getting everything from the internet and using every word on the internet to train the model. This is how big these systems are. What we do is we take everything that 8 billion people make and train a neural network on everything created by humans. This is how these transformer models work. But this is why only a few companies can do it, and why it's very expensive to do this. But now, can we do ChatGPT for your house? Can we do ChatGPT for your school? For where you live? Or where you play? What we need to do is make AI that can live with humans. And so why is this difficult? The real world has Murian, right? It has real physics. And the physics is hard. So there's a difference between real world and game world. But the real world is real physics. And that's what we learn in science. You know, what we do is we break up the problem. We say, make a robot see, make a robot see, understand the world, make a robot make a plan, have a robot make a decision, and then have a robot action, right? So we need to make all these things. Robot that can, can see, 볼 수 있어, and then can also think, right? And then make plans, so 계획 만들 수 있어, and then also to make action, 작동할 수 있어요. We need all those things for a robot, all right? There is still many things to do. Robot will lose to human. Okay, a robot is maybe instead of 5 seconds, maybe 500 seconds. 500초. It'll take people all right? So this means our robot still 부족해요, right? It's not enough. So this is your chance, right? If you are interested in making some future thing, things like this still need lots of work. So we need smart students who can understand how to do a physical problem, that can understand how to make a new technology, and then do it. Right? All right, so thank you very much. That's the end of my formal presentation. Thank you very much.
Hello, I am a second year student at 창선 High School. I enjoy today's lecture. I always been interested in AI, so I like to ask a question. But when I watch various AI movies, AI appears at the level similar to that of humans. However, it is said that it is difficult for AI to understand human emotions. But when will it understand human emotion?
Very good question. So this is, I think, very difficult because even some people have problems with this, right? Some people cannot understand other people's emotions, right? 눈치 없는 사람 많아요, right? So 눈치 없는 robot, 항상 있어요, right? It's everywhere, not that stuff. So it's really difficult, and we don't really understand well how to read human and how to make a data about humans. So we need that first, then we can try to build AI for, but it's a very good question. It's going to take a long time still, so, it's a good chance. Okay?
My name is Kim Jung-min in the first grade. First of all, it's my honor to attend this amazing lecture. From the past, technology has been double-edged sword. They sometimes have used for crimes. For instance, face recognition function of AI were used for sex crimes called deepfake. So I want to know what we should do to minimize these side effects. How can we handle new technologies?
Yeah, there's many problems. Every time you have new technology, there's ethical side, right? This is the problem. It's how to make ethics for new technology. And so using AI for, election, like now, next month is President US 미국에서 대통령 election 있어요. So there's a lot of people worried about AI to influence the election. There's a lot of worry about AI, as you said, these kind of new crimes, using this to invade privacy, so privacy concern, being able to manipulate some public opinion. This is all problems. And what we need is actually people who understand technology. So we need smart people, understand technology, understand government, how to make new laws or regulation. We need both of those, right? Understand technology and actually how to best regulate the technology on the government side. So we need smart politicians too, which in the US we don't have smart politicians. That's the problem. Maybe Korea better for regulation. So this is the issue. Okay. All right. So okay, let me give you.
Hello, I'm Chang Hyun-bin, third grade in Cheongsan High School. First of all, thank you very much for the great lecture today. I am very interested in using artificial intelligence technology to optimize industrial processes and enable the active production of products in intelligent factories. I think traditional factories, which mainly operate in a structured work environment, can achieve good results more easily when applying AI technology because there is a lower likelihood of unexpected situations arising. However, intelligent factories can be viewed as more unstructured work environments because they integrate and manage all processes from product planning to sales using ICT. In this context, I am curious about what do you think are the most important considerations when introducing AI technology in the manufacturing processes in intelligent factories?
Okay. First of all, thank you. So yes, people are thinking how to use AI in manufacturing. So one is smart factory. Maybe instead of typical assembly line, they will use kind of small groups of robots to do assembly. That's one idea. But a bigger area of work is AI for logistics. I don't know how to, when you get order from a customer, maybe you need custom order, you need the logistics to plan which parts you need, how to put the parts together, and then where to assemble, and then where to shipping, and how to deliver that again, right? So those are all problems AI can now help make faster, more efficient. So there's a lot of companies very interested in this space. They don't know how to do it yet, but they're trying to develop it. So current development, okay? All right, thank you. Here, you get another.
Hello, my name is Mo Bei, first grade in 창선 High School. To begin with my question, I'm glad to listen to your speech. We are discussing if artificial intelligence has creativity and suspensionity, and about robot ethics in national language class. So I want to ask if AI has this sense, like creativity and suspensionity, and what should be changed, like legislations and or awareness in people's thinking.
Okay, so that's a big question. Let me just talk about creativity, right? So creativity is interesting. What is creativity? This is something that psychologists study, right? How do you make yourself more creative? So AI can only be created to a certain extent. What it can do is it can see, paintings from museums. So it sees all the paintings in all the museums in the world. It sees all the drawings on the internet, and it can kind of put A and B together to make a new painting or a new picture. That's what AI can do. So that's what humans do too, is you copy, this thing and copy this thing and put it together and make a new thing out of it. That's what many humans do. But some humans are genius. They can make something that is not copying anything before. They make something completely new. Right? This is what we call genius artist, genius author, a genius painter, is someone who makes something that no one can even think of. And still AI can't do that. Okay, so they still are better than AI with this kind of creativity. Okay, does that make sense? All right, thank you.
Hello, my name is Song Mizo, and thank you for this lecture. And I am very interested in AI. I have a simple question. What do you think about college students using ChatGPT to do their assignment? Is such a future a good direction?
Good question, first of all. 창선 고등학교 선생님 물어봐도 할게요. I have to ask the teacher what they think, right? This is more important about what your teacher. So it's a good question. How AI in education classroom will change how you learn, right? So there's a big debate now in the university in the United States. So 미국 대학교에 we have this same problem, 문제요. How much should we allow students to use ChatGPT? How much to say no? How much you should do by yourself? Or how do you measure your grade if you allow someone to use ChatGPT? So I think for some classes, really, it's going to be ChatGPT and these things is like using a calculator, right? In the old days, when calculator first started, teachers said no calculator in classroom, right? Everything by hand or by, maybe slide rule, right, at the time. No calculator. But now I think, do you use calculators, Suhan? Class, you use calculators or not? No? You're not, okay. In the US, everyone can use a calculator in math class now, right? You're allowed to use that. It's a tool that you learn how to use, and then if you still make the problem hard enough, you need to still use your brain. So this is what's going to happen in school, is that you need to, maybe you can use ChatGPT, but it can't make the correct answer. You still need to think more about the problem to make a good problem. Okay? So that's...
I am Kim So-hyun from 3rd grade. First, thank you for the lecture. I'm hoping to enter the Department of Business Administration. So looking at your career, I found out that you recently served as the head of the AI Center at Samsung Electronics. In a way, you have been exclusively focusing on research related to AI for a long time, but you became a member of a company and a manager. So I wonder how you prepared for this course, and if there were any difficulties while holding both positions, and what attitude you think a leader should have in a situation where research must be generated.
All right, first, thank you for the question. So my experience at Samsung and other company is that to be a good manager in a company, I think that a good manager is like being a good teacher. It's almost the same, right? My wish at a company is that the employees under my leadership can grow and learn and do things just like I want students to learn and grow. Okay, so it's a very same problem. How to think about encouraging people who you are in charge of to become the best that they can become. And this is the same. And so this is what my experience was with the company, as well as being a teacher, is that, and as well as also being a father. So it's the same idea, that how to nurture and grow talent. That's the most important thing, whether it's a company, a school, or in your house. Okay, and that's the most important thing. Okay, so thank you very much.